Alright guys, let's install the NAS solution now. My server has the IP address of 10.10.10.180, so I will SSH into my machine. SSH 10.10.10.180 -L Ubuntu for the username, and I type my password. Okay, so we shall run the installation script as the Ubuntu user and not as root. If you have a $sign here, you are a user. So we are Ubuntu at Ubuntu. So we can also see that by writing who am I? Ubuntu. And I will go to my GitHub page in my favorite web browser. And I will just copy this line over here. Control C, and I will press Alt Tab and right click and choose paste. And I will hit enter. So now it downloads the installation script and starts to run it. So we just need to wait a little bit. I will fast forward through this. The script found two physical hard drives. The MMC BLK0 is the SD card, and the SDA is the hard drive which I will be installing the data on. So I will choose 0 here and press enter. And I am sure, so I will write capital YES and hit enter. The SDA hard drive will be wiped. Are you sure? Yes, because I chose this one, and I will choose yes here and hit enter. And it asks me if I want to format it. And the dev/sda1 contains a NTFS file system. I want to proceed anyway, and I will press Y and hit enter. And now we got another question. Which interface, network interface that we want to use? The LO is the loopback, and we don't want to use that. So Ethernet 0 is the one we want to use. So I will type 1 here and hit enter. And the script suggests that we should set the IP address to 10.10.10.2, but I will choose 10.10.10.12 instead and hit enter. Okay, so the system is rebooting, and when it has been started up, we can log into the new IP, which is 10.10.10.12. So I will try to log in on the host once again. I'll press up arrow and I make sure that I have the right IP address, and I hit enter. And I will choose yes here and write my password. So now the installation is ongoing. We just needed to reboot it, and it will proceed now. So just hang on. If you're using Windows file sharing and put data into the Nextcloud directory, that will be updated every 12 hours in the Nextcloud app. Just a heads up there. So if you want a faster or slower interval than 12 hours, just write a comment down below. So look at that, guys. Congratulations. If everything went okay, you need to update the DNS settings on your router. The first DNS server must be pointing to this computer, which is the IP address 10.10.10.12. There are 3 types of configurations you can choose from when updating your DNS settings. First, you can change the DNS settings on your router, and the primary address should be pointing at the NAS server, and the secondary should point towards your router. And the second option is to use the Pi-hole DHCP and DNS solution. And the third option is to set the IP address and the DNS settings manually on your devices. I will provide a couple of links on how to change the DNS settings on the most common routers. But if you opt on using the second option, using Pi-hole as a DHCP, you can, in my case, I have the IP address of 10.10.10.12. I will just copy that. So you will copy your IP address and head over to your browser and click on a new tab and write http:// and paste in your URL and hit enter. And I will choose the Pi-hole here. And I will go to the admin panel and choose login. So the password is, I will just open a text window, Pi-hole admin. I will copy that and paste it in, Ctrl V. No, I don't want to save. And here we can go into settings. Not now. And choose DHCP. And we can enable the DHCP server. And in my case, I would write 10.10.10. For example, 200 to 10.10.10.255. And the router in my router is 10.10.10.1. And hit enter or save. And it also states here, make sure your router's DHCP server is disabled when using the Pi-hole DHCP server. I will just uncomment this and press save because I want to use the DHCP server I have on my network. If you go for the third option, which is to set the DNS settings manually, I will provide links down below on how to do that on your operating system or your device. Okay, so the DNS settings should be configured now, and to see if it works, go to your favorite browser and create a new tab and write http nas.local and hit enter. And choose the first link, which is Nextcloud. And here we can create an admin account. I'll create an admin account with username admin and the password. And I will choose don't save. So the Nextcloud is now configuring and setting up everything, so we just need to wait here. Okay, so the Nextcloud is finalized and installed. So let's press the close on the top right here. And I would recommend not creating users in the Nextcloud app. Instead, we are doing that via the console in Ubuntu instead. Okay, let's go into Pi-hole to see that we can access that service as well. So I will press the plus button and write http nas.local and head over to Pi-hole. And I want to go to the admin panel. And the password for Pi-hole is Pi-hole admin. And here we can see stats regarding the DNS queries. Okay guys, so now we need to create a user in order to log in to the system. So I will use the command nas add user, which you can see here. So every time you log in to the system, you will see all the commands that you can use in order to control it. So I will use the nas add user command. So I will type nas add user. And my name is Johan, and I will create a user called Johan. I will create a password and type it again. And I will head over to my browser. And now I'm logged in as the admin account. I will log out and log in as Johan. I will choose don't save, and I will not add the password to LastPass, and I will press on the close button on the top right here. Alright guys, so let's install the Nextcloud client on iPhone. First of all, you need to go to the App Store and download the Nextcloud client. And next we will go into Safari. And for the URL, we will write nas.local. And I will choose the root CA public cert. And I will choose allow and close. I have downloaded the profile. And I will go to settings. And the profile received, I will click on that, or profile hämtad. And choose install. And write my password. And choose install. Install. And I will press the home button now. And head back to the Nextcloud icon and click on that. And on my computer over here, I will go to the top right and press the J here and choose settings. And on the left pane, I see security, so I will click on that. And I will choose to create a new app password, which I will call iPhone. Create new app password. And show QR code for mobile apps. And on my mobile phone, I will press login or log in. And for server address, I will write nas.local and hit done. And then I will press on the QR code. And then I will head to the QR code. And log in. The certificate for this server is illegal. Do we want to continue to connect to the server anyway? I will choose yes here. Perhaps if I do the QR code scan again. Now. So there you have it guys. I have installed the Nextcloud client on the iPhone. Alright guys, let's install Nextcloud on an Android. So you need to go to your App Store and download Nextcloud, and you will need to click on the icon and start it and choose log in. And for the server address I will write nas.local. And on my computer I will go on the top right, choose settings, and then I will go to security. I will choose create new app password, and I will write Android and create new app password and show QR code for mobile apps. And on my mobile phone I will click on the QR code or QR scanner and choose while using the app only. And then I will scan the QR code. The identity of the server cannot be verified. Do we want to trust this certificate anyway? I will choose yes here. So there you have it, guys. Nextcloud is installed on the Android. Alright guys, let's try to access the NAS on Windows. So I will write in the search bar here // nas.local and hit enter. And you can see the data here, and I will double click on it. I have the same username and password for both Linux and Windows, so I don't need to write any credentials. So if you have a username or password that differs from your Windows account, you need to specify that. So you will get a credential window and you need to write your username and password. So I will go back one step and I will right click data and choose connect network drive. And I will choose the label the drive said here, and I will press commit or finish. Also have this checkbox checked, because every time you log in to Windows it will automatically map the drive for you. So just press finish. And you have a said drive, which is the nas.local, which is the NAS. Cool. Okay guys, so the Windows setup is now complete. Alright, so let's configure NFS in Linux. I will spawn a terminal and I will spawn another one with Ctrl+Shift+N. So I will log in to my nas.local with my username Ubuntu and my password. And if I write ID, I can see that I have the user ID 1000. This is the Ubuntu user. If I write ID Johan, I can see that I have the user ID 1001. And on my local computer here, I will write ID, and you see I have the ID 1000 here as well. So they must match, and the passwords as well. So now I will write mount.nfs nas.local:/data, and I will also use sudo and mount it to /mnt and hit enter. I will type my password, and now if I write mount grep mnt, we can see that we have a mount point on /mnt here. I will also go to Nautilus and go to computer and mount and files, and here I can see the files. I can create new document if I want to, or just create new document here. Okay, so there you have it guys, NFS is working on Linux. Alright guys, let's log in to the NAS machine. As you can see here, we have a couple of commands. NAS add user creates a new user, NAS del user deletes a user, NAS password change a password for a user, and if you want to create a root directory or remove a root directory, and also update. So we can try to create a root directory. So if I type this command and write test. And then we can go and see in the data that we have something called test. We can also delete that directory with nas remove directory test. Yes, we want to delete that directory. So if we create root directories, they will not be shown in the Nextcloud system. They will be outside, but you can access them with NFS or Samba. And last but not least, we can use the nas update command if we want to update the system to the latest version. So we can go ahead and try that. I will not choose to reboot now, so I will press N and hit enter. And there you go, guys. The NAS update is complete. So if you have any questions, please write a comment down below and I will answer them as quickly as possible. So this NAS solution is still in progress, so if you find any bugs or something, please contact me and I will try to fix them as soon as possible. Okay guys, cheers!